Yeah, hello and welcome to the 15th round of 2SRL's sixth season in the F1 games. Today we have Mr. Pixel alongside me,
Yee.
and I just got the standings up here. Terra, he's recently been closing the gap he has to Speedy, who's still the championship leader. So I think it's gonna be a great battle right to the end between those two.
Mm. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
And
and
this is Bingapore
the
or
Bingapore,
Spingapore, whatever you want to call it.
Spingapore.
So, Speedy will struggle today because pad temps not
Yeah, they're
great.
really bad. Yeah, but he still got the pace to
So,
keep up with the guys, and I know he is strong in quali when he puts a lap.
yeah, he has a really good pace, but just the temperatures are really difficult. So I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see, we have the
I would
generation.
never count Speedy out, to be honest.
Oh no, he is one of the greatest here. Um, yeah, he's really yeah. There are not many drivers like him really, and Terra is of course giving it everything to be even close to him.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Tara said himself before
oh,
that
Terra left. Oh,
uh,
um,
on his day he can beat Speedy, but on Speedy's day he's invincible. So, and Terra has committed the head out, which is really sad.
Yo, he's joining back now. We want the battle between those two. But of course, with 20 drivers, there can of course be a lot of battles and a lot of action here in the streets of Singapore. Like in the SLR race yesterday, we had a lot of DNFs, and there was also with rain in the last half of the race.
Yeah, that was an interesting race to watch, to
It
say
was
the least.
interesting to drive as well. Nine
There was a
drivers.
lot of yeetage in that
Oh
race.
yes, that was indeed.
Elementrix in the chat is saying that it'll be dry all the way through. So the F1 2019 weather gods have decided not to be mean today, which is pretty epic.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of drivers were hoping that it wouldn't rain, so they must be very happy now. And I
Yeah.
get a lot of
Mm. A lot of guys doing laps on hards.
yeah,
That's just to get their eye in. And wow, Triton nearly bottled it there. But that's just to get their eye in because you don't want to use the softs. So you want to get up to speed on the hards and do like a one shot on the medium.
yeah, yeah. It's a thing that a lot of drivers are complaining about is that yeah, you only got beater spin in that tight section in the
No,
middle
Mr.
sector.
Milosh.
Oh no. Let's see if he can.
Well, at least he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, but he has to wait for his gap so he can turn around. But he's gonna watch out he don't get disqualified. But I think a lot of drivers are gonna lose time having to avoid
Yeah.
Biloshi there.
Well, at least most of them are in voice chat, so they can kind of communicate that rather than it being completely blind.
Oh yeah, he's completely
It's
blocking Danny there. And Jesse! Oh no.
Milosh. What are you doing?
He's trying to reverse. Oh my
Um,
god.
only the finest quality of driving here into SRL.
That's a generational talent indeed, right there. We got another yellow flag again. Let's see if we can find it. It's gone at the moment.
Yeah. Meanwhile, someone has actually posted a lap. Toto posted 38.3 on Hearts.
Yeah, and
It's not
Icewind.
too bad of a lap.
Chief is close. Chief, find up from him. He got a good result yesterday.
Yeah.
Jesse
Well,
pits.
mind you, um, Yesterday's race was kind of an Oprah, you get a car gift for everyone that finished. Like, there were only 9 finishers, so
Yeah.
out of what, 16?
Yeah, I think it was
So
6, 17, 16 probably. Speedy puts
yeah,
the fastest
Singapore does beat like that.
bands on the softs. Oh yeah, Chief, he pushed his time well on the soft. I thought he did it on the hards. Oof.
Yeah, that's a yikes.
Yikes. Let's see.
But
Anyone about to
Speedy with the absolute Chad
Terror on the
lap.
softs. Hmm. Don't do it, Terror. Don't do it.
Hmm.
Um, I think the driver's almost going to be forced to go to a two-stop strategy if they qualify on the soft.
Yeah, if you call it on the softs inside the top 10, it's kind of Ripperino or Run Hard,
Yeah.
which is Ripperino anyway. Hards are off at Singapore, so basically you don't want to do that.
Okay, Terror pits. Oh, yellow flag. Who can that be? That was a quick one. Slash LP. Triton. Oh, Triton hits the wall then. The second last corner there. Or is it the third last? I don't remember. A lot of drivers crossing the line at the same time there. Not really any really competitive times. Speedy's time was good if you consider
Yeah,
it was on the hards.
yeah.
Jensen.
So Timo's ahead of TipsyBob, and I want to mention there is a wager between Tipsy and Timo.
Oh.
If Timo beats Tipsy this weekend, Tipsy will retire from McLaren. Now, for those of you who do not know, this is Tipsy's best track. He is
Oh.
actually just a god at Singapore.
Ah.
Speaking of Singapore gods, Jensen sets a
Yep.
37.5 on
I was about
hards.
to
That's
mention. 2 tenths
pretty
faster
epic.
than Speedy. Yeah, and Jensen, he made his debut last week here in Tour as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Finished second.
And Jensen was one of the top boys in Singapore during EGL
Oh yeah, he was.
last time out. So he has pace around here.
Who do we have on a lap? Hugo's improving. Let's see if he can find a lot of time here where Bilosh spun around. Yeah, and of course, when a generational talent like Bilosh spins, it's of course on purpose.
Yeah. He's just intentionally making mistakes so that us mere mortals feel better about ourselves.
Yep.
Because we will never be as Chad as Mr. Milos Martika himself. Really, it's just a public service that he provides by making these mistakes.
Bands, he has done 3 laps on those softs. Jesus Christ.
That ain't it, Chief.
um, uh, Hugo's improves by a second, but I think he got a penalty. He would have been fourth. Toto now going out on the mediums.
NPC is raining in 10 minutes, so apparently our information was incorrect.
Oh.
So that's a bit of an easy mogi.
Yeah, 10 minutes and it will be raining at the end then, so I think that's why people are gonna go out on their medium compounds now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bilosh, Silva, Nick.
And Luke de Bomb, I'm not sure who that is, to be honest. I have not come across him before.
I think I raced with him in OCR.
Yeah. Well, regardless, he's set at 37.4 to go pole, but that is on soft tires, so he may have baited himself. I mean, if I wanted to cruise around to get a few laps in just to get comfortable, if I was to do it on soft, I would just intentionally cut the last corner to invalidate and then just see what the time is.
Yeah.
But I am an intellectual super machine, so you know,
Oh, so Silver he
big
backs
brain
off
strengths.
on his first go on the mediums and starts a new one the lap after. Did a 44.
Yeah, you can
Oh, look
probably
at
do.
that. Bilosh
Oh, wow, that's a
giving the others
decent lap from
a
Bilosh.
fight. Yeah. Nick goes a bit faster.
And,
Just a bit.
yeah, Nick immediately T-poses on Milosh.
Silva is improving his time through the first sector by half a tenth, but it's in the last sector. He's still
Total sets to
total.
36-1.
This is
That's really good, though.
pretty decent. Terra now. Oh, he's doing it on the soft.
Tara, what are you doing?
What the
I'm not
actual?
sure. What the frick?
What would Tipsy say? What the hell?
I think Terra is doing it two-stop then.
Yep.
So getting through the traffic
Oh,
is going to
there's
be supremely
some
important.
debris there. Silver through the last corners here. Let's see what he can do. And across the line. P4 for him. Ahead of his teammate,
It's decent enough.
Bilosh.
Just 5 thousandths off Nick, so that's really close.
I don't see any rain yet, but yeah, it will be in a few minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Jesse doing a lap on the hearts here. I think he's Jensen, the man. I forget to look in the chat.
So I'm expecting Jensen to improve on his 37.5 because he's really fast around here. So
Yeah, I think he did a lap on the hearts as well.
like,
Yeah, he's a
he
second
should
up.
surely get into
1
the
second up.
36s. Yeah.
Let's see if he can beat Toto for be the best on the mediums. Yeah, should be a lot of
Yeah,
time
he
to
could
find
do.
in the last sector.
A little bit wide at the apex there, but he carried the speed through. So not too bad. He's locking up a bit though, so he's definitely pushing.
Oh, he really cuts that
Took
a
a
lot.
lot of curb there.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
he got a
30.
penalty. I think he got a penalty.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think he might have done that at the final corner. That's a bit
It's
unfortunate.
not good.
But you can do 2 flying laps on your mediums, so he
Toto
can have another
retires.
go. So he'll probably just charge his battery this lap and then go for another push lap next lap, and that'll probably be it.
Let's see. We have Slash improving his time. He's also a driver who can fight for some good points, of course.
Yeah.
He's over a second up on his time through the middle sector.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a 38.9 to be the best Slash has to offer. So
Yeah. Chief has his best lap on the soft tire. Oh wait, does he? Wait, best lap. Yeah. Vance got his best lap on the soft tire. Slash goes
Slash
6th
goes
fastest.
6th on the 37.1, so that's a decent lap.
Decent lap. Triton goes 5th fastest. Thimo goes 7th fastest.
And Triton is
Now
another guy
Reguly
who
is
doesn't
inviting
really
me.
like Singapore.
We have Vance on a lap. He's improving by over half a second through the first sector. Speedy pushing the last sector on a good lap here. Looks like his car is floating, or is it just my game being bad?
It is
Let's
the F1
see. Goes
2019
second
game,
fastest,
so
135.7.
that's
Great
a
lap
really
from
good lap from Speedy on mediums.
Bansi was up almost 6 tenths through the first sector. Let's see, very close to the wall on the exit of the hairpin there.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a huge amount of mid-corner speed. That was impressive.
Yep. Looks like it's still gonna be a pretty decent lap if he just puts it together
Yeah.
in the third sector.
Yeah, his lines are good, and he's carrying good speed, so...
So he had some internet connections yesterday. I don't know if he still got them today. Let's hope not.
Yeah. He was saying that he was on the phone with the phone company, so it should be fixed. So fingers crossed, he will be able to go the whole
Fourth
race and
fastest.
won't get taken out by Danny. That's a really good lap.
Yeah, it's very good from him.
Yeah, really solid.
Jensen on a new lap. Also Luke the bump on lap on the mediums. Where we have like, I would say it's a very close field. Yeah. A few tenths can mean a lot. Jensen.
Oh, Jensen goes fifth. I kind of expected him to be a bit faster than that, to be honest.
Yeah, but it
So
was, of course, his second goal, and he might didn't push that much in case he would maybe
yeah,
get invalidated again.
yeah, I think he made one or two mistakes as well. So
Mm.
it's a fast lap, but I think he can go faster than that.
Danny is on a lap here. Is it raining yet? It's not raining yet. So let's see what he can do. He is also a very fast guy. He should be up there with Bans, Jensen, the boys. He goes 9th fastest, 36.7.
Decent lap from Danny.
Yeah, decent.
And Tipsy beating Thimo at the minute, so it looks like Tipsy will stay at McLaren.
Terra puts an even faster lap. Is that on the same set of soft? It can be. Icewind started a lap. Jesse driving through the first sector. He's over a second up on his time. Let's see if he can put a decent lap together. I know he's got some decent pace.
Oh, he ran it right out to the wall there. To Jesse. That was kind of nice.
Oh no, he hit the wall. Don't
I think
bend
he
it.
might have gotten away with it.
Yeah, of course, a few tenths. Maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't have any damage, so
No,
just a bit on the edge.
not visible damage, but
Yeah.
might still be a little. Someone is moving a few positions up.
I'm pretty sure that said 2.2 up in the middle sector, so
Oh yeah, that's a yeah.
fast
Sorry.
lap from Jesse. This could potentially be a really good lap. But as I say that, he kind of bottles it. So, laughing and crying.
P15.
But it's still at 37.3 in spite of those mistakes. So, I mean,
Chief on a lap.
just barely improving. And he is on softs in third last position. So, I think it's fair to say Chief not the fastest guy here.
To be honest. But yeah, everyone in top 10 apart from Terra has put his personal best on a soft. Oh, everyone in the top 10 apart from Terra have put their personal best on the medium.
Yeah.
As I think we are
So
Getting done
I
with
think
the
Tara's
quali.
gonna have to park the bus to make his strategy work. Like he's gonna have to bank up everyone and just hope that they get in each other's dirty air and ruin each other's tires. Katie with the call outs in chat saying that Toto has Rainbow Road and deserves no respect. Now, see, here in 2S, we do allow assists, but we do also frown upon the use of said assists. So, what I'm saying is join the no assist gang. It's funner, trust me.
I can agree.
Yeah. I mean, to each their own, but ding dong, your opinion is wrong.
But yeah, we're done with quali. But yeah, from P3 to P10, it's only 6 tenths. Really, that's pretty close, I would say.
Yeah, that's a
So
really tight field.
a track like this, I mean, six
Yeah,
tenths is a lot, but like if you were 6 tenths after in Austria, it would be a different story.
yeah, yeah. It's a really tight field as usual. So
Yep.
it's pretty impressive. So now we are waiting for the start of the race. We do have formation laps on. So it will be a moment before the race actually starts. Kitty wants Timo to
Oh,
crash, TBH.
oh,
There is an agenda there, I should point out. Kitty is Tipsy's wife. So,
yeah.
bias much?
Ah,
Thinkies.
thingies.
Molly was asking why, so I will explain this once again. Timo and Tipsy have a bet that if Timo beats Tipsy in Singapore this weekend in this race, Tipsy will retire from McLaren.
And then Timo will get it or what?
I maybe I don't know, but that's irrelevant to the wager. The wager is purely just if Tipsy loses, he retires. So it do be like that sometimes.
We must see if we can get the Poldy Rester of 2SRL in, giving his telling
Something
us
in chat is asking what's 2SRL, and to that I say, well, what isn't 2SRL?
that's
I'm sorry if I posted cringe there, but at the same time, it's an honest question. What isn't 2SRL?
what isn't 2SRL.
Yeah. Let me know if you're stuck on that one. Something. I'll help you out.
What is 2SRL? Hmm. How can I explain that? Let's see. The tire strategies instead, maybe. Uh, oh my god, many drivers have decided to start on the hard tire. Um, apart from Timo and
Interesting.
Clara outside the top 10, they are starting on mediums. And
So
Tara,
does
the
that maybe
only of
mean
the
there's
20.
rain?
What?
So does that maybe mean that there is rain late in the race and people are going to use hards to get to the rain?
Yeah, maybe
One
they're just
wonders.
using them to climb up the field at the start and then they can be fast on the mediums, maybe at the end.
I'm just looking at chat. So Kitty replied, "It's a mindset, it's a lifestyle, it's gaming," and
Oh, yeah.
something replies, "Cool, I still don't get it." I'm sorry to say, but if you don't understand by now, you're just not an epic gamer. I'm sorry,
Join
but
the 2S
these things may
community.
happen. We will speak after. Head down now. Push.
So
So the grid is formed up. And now we will start.
so the lights are about to go out. 5 lights. They're out and away we go. Looks like
It's
Speedy
clean
gets away
getaway
well.
and not OceanChief.
Speedy down
The
the
other
inside,
Renault,
almost contact
Chad
between the
Star.
two rivals. A lot of
Yeah,
things
Terror
going
still
on.
leads.
Bilosh and Tipsy.
Oh
Tipsy
no,
is Tipsy is
Tipsy's gonna
last.
lose the bet. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh man.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Little
Rip.
Terra was struggling to get out of on the traction. Wait,
Mm,
what's going on? Okay, I thought Speedy was gonna go for a dive there.
so
Totally not
the
so.
Irish lads are screwing around, making up the last 3 positions on the grid,
Oh my
um,
god. Look at that.
which is a
Almost.
really shame.
A lot of things going on in the midfield.
Oh,
No
I
position
think Danny must have made a
changes
mistake
in
because
the top four.
he's quite a way off Nick. So
Yeah, Speedy. I don't think the soft are not very fast, so Terra's gonna have to pit when he finds a gap.
yeah.
See if we can. If we're gonna get any overtakes here. Doesn't look like. Looks like Tipsy and Bilosh are
Oh, Triton has a 3-second time
up with the
penalty
field. Doesn't look.
already.
Oh. Icewind!
Icewind has died.
Let's see if there's any
Yeah, he has wing
damage.
damage.
Oh.
Yeah, he has significant wing damage on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah, there it is. But yeah, Tipsy and Bilosh, they already up the field with the field again, and
Yeah,
none of them have damage. So Tipsy still Tipsy is still in this battle with Thimo because everyone from Tipsy
yeah,
and ahead. I think Tipsy is just about within a second of Bilash, and then everyone is within a second of each other. Almost.
yeah,
Yeah, the gaps are
almost.
starting to form now.
Timo right at the tail end of the points in
I
10th.
think the gaps are a bit glitched here because it says Danny is two tenths behind Nick. Okay, now it says 6 tenths. Never mind.
Yeah, it says 8 tenths for me, so I think
Yeah, now
my
it's okay.
one is probably a bit more reliable.
Yep. But yeah, I think mine is normal now. Now it says Triton is 1/10 behind Danny. And he's like, oh my god. Cody's. Fix it. Oh, this looks like a close battle. Wait, okay, never mind. It was not that close anyway. Um, Hugo's up 5 positions. I think in SLR it was Light Cruiser who won. I think he started last, or like
Yeah,
P15,
he started
16.
last on the hards.
Yep. That was also some strategy with the rain and stuff. And I don't think we're gonna have any rain here, but Hugo's can of course still have a good race. All the hard guys are last.
Okay, so that clears something up. Something is actually Luigi from Tier 2 in SLR.
Oh wait, who?
His name
Ah,
in chat is
it's him.
something, but he's actually Luigi from Tier 2.
Ah, okay.
Decent driver. If you're looking for kind of more serious stuff, stick with SLR. If you want a bit more of a kind of a community feel, go with 2S.
Yeah.
2S also has slightly fuller grids and a bit more of a. It's a bit of a tighter field, but it's still less tryhardy. So that will answer your question.
Chief and Bilosh having the fight here. Oh, okay. Bilosh having some massive lag there. Oh, he had that yesterday in the SLR. He went
That
from
was
like
some
P6 to last.
fat lag.
Oh, not good. Now
Now
Tipsy
he's
and him.
disconnected.
What's... Jesus Christ. What the... What the hell?
That's unlucky.
Yep.
So Chief is currently winning the Battle of the Irish Boys, but I suspect Tipsy will shortly be in front.
Oh, look how close Terra is. Oh, Speedy is to Terra. It's gonna be interesting. I think. Oh my god! Pants had some contact with that wall there.
Code Brown.
I thought for a moment Pants was gonna crash.
Yeah. Toto's kind of fallen off Speedy a bit.
Yeah.
So I think Terror and Speedy are just slightly streaking away with this. But I would think that in the next lap or two, Speedy will start getting held up by Terror as the softs go off. Because like there's not really anything to choose pace-wise between Terror and Speedy right now.
Mm.
But the Deg is obviously higher on the soft, so
Yep.
it should fall into Speedy's hands.
And there we have the two Irish men there, old men, fighting, going side by side. Chief goes down the inside, no, and
Yeah. Yeah,
and
these two boys
Tipsy
have a
finally.
combined age of about 2.5 times myself and Popo's combined age.
Okay.
Yeah. So my point is, they are closer to their winter of existence than myself and Popo, if you want to put it that way. Basically, they old. But really, I love the two SRL SLR
Terra
sugar
spitting
daddies.
on
They're
lap
epic.
4. Hmm,
Yeah,
thingies.
that's really early. So Terra's definitely too stopping, I would think.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
Sorry if I sound a bit tired. I'm coming right from my bed. Literally.
Yeah. Myself and Popo did the epic all-nighter to watch the Japanese Grand Prix. So a
Yeah,
little bit tired.
just a little bit. I was like, of course I remembered it, because I know 2SL is so important for me. Um,
Yeah, you totally didn't end up going to bed only to see a ping from me saying, Popo, get your butt into commentator's lounge. That definitely did not happen.
no, no. Um, oh, Jensen is close to Vance now. Oh, we almost hit him on the rear there.
Yikes. So Terror has come out behind OceanChief.
But a shout out to Jesse here, who has not binned it yet. 5 seconds from the
Oh,
point.
what a lad.
What a lad.
Please don't let that be a jinx, though.
Yep. We're gonna give him the onboard commentator curse. Yeah, we have Hugo's putting the pressure
Um,
on on keyboard in Magnussen.
yes. Clutch Master Hugo.
Hugo's who won the Italian Grand Prix last Sunday.
Yep, he did. That race which didn't get streamed and my recording didn't save, so we don't even have highlights, which is really sad.
Oh, look at this on board. If you have any chance to look at the stream. Okay, never mind, now it's gone. It just gave me a very weird camera angle on the broadcast.
Just F1 2019 things.
Yep. Oh, oh, oh. Keyboard Magnussen.
Was it the DRS actuator camera point or something? Because I think that's a really weird camera angle. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
So,
But
it's
we
not important.
actually have yeah, Jesse who's keeping same pace as Slash, as looks like Keyboard Magnussen. Almost went for a move there. He's
Yeah.
right behind him.
Yeah, Keyboard started right down near the back. I think he started 19th. So he's made up a couple of positions. He had a really good launch.
Slash gets a penalty.
Slash is 3 seconds.
We have
And,
Terra making up places now after
yes.
having pitted. So
I
if
think
you
Terra
look
might
at
have bunged the
this way,
strategy.
everyone have one more stop to do. But of course, Terra will have he has a tire advantage now, being on newer tires, and all the guys ahead are on hards. And
Yeah.
when the others are gonna pit for medium and hard, he will also pit for medium.
Yeah. So for right now, he basically has a massive undercut, and then coming to the third stint for Terror, he will be on softer tires than the rest of the field.
Yep.
So he will have a pace advantage, but the problem is he has to cut his way through all these cars.
As Bans, Jensen, and Toto are in a very close battle here for second.
Yeah,
Keyboard Magnussen
it's
finally
pretty tight
finds
there.
his way past Jesse, but might have been some contact or a mistake from
Ooh,
Keyboard
Jesse got
Magnussen.
really sideways there. He goes right up the
Oh,
inside of him, and
there,
he hits the
no,
wall.
there's his wing.
No, he
Oh
bottled it.
no, yep. Oh, here we go again.
Oh, Jesse did the bottle again. This is so sad.
This is so sad.
Can we get
Jeez.
F's in the chat for Jesse's wing? And oh my god,
Terra
uh,
almost bent it into the rear of Tipsy. That wouldn't be
yikes.
very epic. And
No,
both of
that
them
would
are
not.
catching the battle ahead. Ahead? Ahead. So let's see. Terra's gap to Speedy is 25 seconds, which he has to close down. So he needs to go like a second a lap quicker than Speedy
Yeah,
to get him.
it's
It's actually Beelers who have destroyed that fastest lap by like 3 seconds. Generational talent just falling far back from everyone and showing his actual pace as their Terra is gonna go down the inside of Tipsy. Nice clean move there. As Hugos finds his way past Jesse, who's struggling again on traction and has to defend from Keyboard Magnussen, and he goes wide there. Keyboard Magnussen got a good
Danny
exit.
and Nick are battling.
Danny and Nick, oh yes.
Yeah, and Danny got the pass done on Nick.
Oh yes, good job from him.
Yeah.
And like, it's very hard to predict who is gonna overtake, and Terra overtakes Keyboard Magnussen. No, Jesse. Yeah, because we have Jensen here on the outside of Bans. Bans squeezes him a little. It was clear. Yeah, clear. It was clean.
Yeah. We're basically doing parkour between these battles right now.
Yep. I'm trying to predict who's gonna be the next to make a move.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
There, Terra on the outside of Keyboard Magnussen just squeezes through there.
Yeah,
he cannot
superior
waste
grip
any
of the
time
fresh medium
behind these back cars. So yeah. As Jensen now to the outside of Bans.
And Nick has a time penalty. And Jensen and Vance are right beside each other. Vance is doing a really good job of defending here. Jensen, I think, has the pace advantage. So, and now he has the DRS. He's gonna go for the outside move.
Come on, Vance.
Vance is gonna run it late on the brakes. Jensen really pinches him tight at the apex. But he's gonna have the inside line into the hairpin now, and that's a done deal.
There. Jensen have had enough of him. He just had to go past now.
That was nice hard racing between the two of these boys.
Yep.
Good to see it.
Bit of corner cutting, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was good to see.
Terror is right up on the back of Hugo now.
Hugo.
Yeah, and you can just see the difference in grip. He's able to take a much tighter line than Hugo and able to hit his apexes much better.
Jensen is already making a gap to Bans. Maybe Bans have been pushing his tires too hard defending,
Yeah, it could
so
well
they're
be.
overheating. That can also be a challenge here for Terra.
And Jensen has a time penalty now.
Oh,
3 seconds.
this looks like. Oh, Terra goes for a
Oh, that's a bit of
late
a
brake move.
tie. Triton has another penalty there, so I think Triton has 6 seconds. It's
Oh,
very easy to pick up
yeah,
penalties here.
I think.
Oh,
Oh,
that
what a
was
move
some.
there.
There was some contact there, but Terror finally has the
Wait, I
position
just
on
need to
Hugo.
see that again. That was a nice move there, very late on the brakes from Terra.
Yeah, a bit late, but Hugo gave him the room.
Yeah, I would say it was a bit hard racing,
Yeah,
but it
it
was
was
fair in
definitely
the end.
aggressive, but
Oh my God, Jesse goes wide there in the
think-
last corner. I thought he was gonna crash there. But yeah, Toto is keeping his gap to Jensen, and he's not closing to Speedy, but he's keeping around the same pace.
yeah. So Terror, despite having to fight through the traffic, is still only 25 seconds behind Speedy. So the difference in the tires is kind of keeping him just inside that pit window. But of course, that's not enough because Terror will have an extra stop to do uh, over these boys. So really, he needs to be clawing into that a lot, which he isn't because of the traffic. So I think Terror's strategy is not working out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. He needs to hope that Speedy and the boys ahead gets a lot of penalties, and he doesn't.
Yeah,
If he wants to win or get a podium.
yeah.
Of course, things can still happen. Vance
Yeah,
gets ahead of
certainly ban.
Jensen. What happened? Oh, Jensen pits.
Jensen pits. Yeah,
Silver pits. I think it's a bit early, maybe. But yeah, let's see where
unless they're
they're
going to
gonna come
hard.
out compared to Terra. Yeah, they're probably gonna get out behind him. So if he can be faster than, okay, no, never mind. Um, let's see where they're gonna come out. All the boys here.
Terror's already right up on the back of Slash. It was 2 seconds between them, and now he's right there.
Keyboard Magnussen and Jensen and Tipsy in a battle here. Is he Tipsy here if he can finally find his
Yep.
way through Keyboard Magnussen? A bit of
Oh, bit
wheel
of contact
banging
there.
there.
Yeah,
Tipsy cuts the
I
corner,
think heavy.
gets a
Yeah,
penalty.
yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
Tipsy has been stuck
But
behind him for some time now.
Tipsy, alarmingly, losing the bet right now. Just trying to work this out. It's about 15 seconds between Tipsy and Thimo, and they both have to bid. So I think this bet is Timo's to lose after the first lap contact for Tipsy.
Yep.
So the moral of the story here, kids, is be careful when you make bets and wagers. Only do it
Speedy
if
and
you're
Toto
over
pits.
18,
Speedy and
and
Toto
don't bet
pits.
your house.
Oh, Speedy is gonna get held up by Toto there in the pits.
There's yellow flag somewhere. I think someone hit the wall.
Jensen and Slash.
Yeah, I think Slash hit the wall under the bridge. He has a huge amount of wing damage on both sides.
Finally, Terra is gonna get clean air. Let's see where his rival Speedy is gonna come out, and would be interesting to see what pace Terra got on the mediums compared to the other on completely new hards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out. They're
Yes, Speedy and
3.7
Hugo are
behind.
right there, though. I mean,
Now Terra
well,
just needs
Hugo's not
to give
really
it
in this,
everything.
but I don't know. I don't think it's enough.
How much time does a pit stop take? It must take like 27, 28 seconds, I think.
Something like that, yeah. The gap was probably about 23, 24 when Speedy pitted. And the gap is now a shade over 3 seconds, so I would say
Yeah,
about
Speedy
27.
did lose like a second maybe on getting held up in the pits.
Yeah, so it's probably 26 or 27. Terra has 2 warnings, as does Speedy, so...
Yellow flag. I think that's Triton.
Oh no, Triton has bottled it again.
No wing for him.
His bad run continues. And that's the spot just before the Anderson
And
Bridge.
Tipsy finally finds his way through Keyboard Magnussen. But Keyboard Magnussen is gonna fight back there as there's contact.
Oh, that was
Silver goes past him as well.
Keyboard Magnuson massively overshot that. That
I think
was a
Tipsy
little
hit
bit
him under
much.
the braking zone. Look, I think it was fair
Yeah,
enough move from him. But
possible.
yellow flag again is, I think that's Triton again struggling. We have Icewind right
Yeah, I
behind
think it
of
is.
Luke the Bomb. As Luke the Bomb pits after 11 laps on the hards. What tire is he gonna go on now then? Um,
Oh, Jesse has bottled it.
no.
He's hit Triton,
Oh,
I think.
Jensen down the inside of Hugo's there.
And Jesse now retires,
Oh no.
understandably frustrated, because once again, his race goes to dirt. Tipsy and Silver are having a nice battle here.
Oh, yep, Silver have overtaken Tipsy. Let's see. Chief and Icewind. Hmm. Only one DNF after 13 laps. That's
Yeah,
and
around
Triton
Singapore, that's
going in
pretty
the wall.
decent going, I have to say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Triton threw in the towel because his had a mare of a race.
Terror got a
Terror picks up a
penalty.
penalty,
And looks like Speedy's
so at
catching
this
him.
point, Speedy has the effective lead on corrected time.
Yep.
And bearing in mind, Speedy does not have to pit again, Terror does. So, it
Chief
looks like
is leading
Speedy's race right now.
Thimo. We have Nick and Danny fighting. Oh wait. Yeah, Nick, Danny and Keyboard Magnussen, sorry. Um,
Yeah, Keyboard is kind of feisty today, isn't he? It's kind of entertaining to watch. Speedy, despite basically having it in the bag, is closing on Terror. The gap is now under 2 seconds. So he definitely wants to make the pass on track. Which is fair enough, it's always nice to do it that way, rather than in the pits. And we prefer to see it on the track as well. So it's kind of starting to settle down. There is a bit of a battle between Keyboard and Nick.
yeah.
Nick's on fresh hearts, so it's not going to be a very long-lived battle, I don't think. Besides that, it's kind of settled into a bit of a rhythm.
Speedy.
Yellow flag somewhere.
Penalty.
That's
That's
Milos.
Milos.
Yeah, he and
Nick.
Sash were battling,
Penalty.
and Milos ended up in the wall and lost a huge chunk of front wing. So it's not been Milos's race. He's doing the Perez 2018 cosplay.
Is that Hugo's? No, wait. Some yellow flags there.
Yeah, that might have been for
Danny
Milos.
and Tipsy fighting.
Oh, this is really close between the two of these.
Oh,
Just about
Tipsy
enough room.
on the outside there.
Yeah, good stuff.
Now Danny on
Danny
the
hanging
outside.
it around the outside, that was nice. Tipsy on the older tires, so Danny has a significant grip advantage.
Yep.
It's nice racing between these two. Awesome to see. And now Speedy's 1.1 behind Terror. And Luke de Bomb retires. So F's in the chat.
Kids even saying the bet is off.
Yeah.
The wife has spoken. Unlucky.
I mean, there are people in this world that you can mess with, and people you cannot mess with. And I would say Kitty is one of the ones you cannot mess with, because she will crack the whip. Let's just put it that way. Keyboard picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So it's going to be tough for the keyboard warrior to get points.
Bans on
Staying down.
Hugos for P5. P5. Oh wait,
So
Speedy is close now to
an
his
update
championship rival.
on the Tipsy v Thimo battle. It's 12 seconds the gap. Tipsy in front, but Tipsy needs to pit. So it still looks like it's Timo's at the minute. And I think Thimo is effective P9 as it stands.
1, 2, 3, and
So good job to Thimo,
yeah.
running reasonably well. Not quite his form position of P7, but he wasn't particularly confident about this one, so to be more or less there is a decent showing.
Yeah, I mean, with a decent race, Terra might be able to fight for P4. Like, if he's really fast compared to the guys behind and is very fast on his last stint. I think there's a big difference on a new and old tire here.
Yeah, there definitely is. It is a high deck circuit, so
Yeah.
having the tire advantage is huge. But at the same time, it's difficult to overtake. So it's kind of a pros versus cons situation.
Yeah.
Speedy is still right there. He's not found the way past, but he's right on the gearbox. So he's not hanging around. Yeah, you can see he's just showing his nose a little bit.
Tipsy
It's,
and Nick going side by side. Tipsy still there.
FedEx.
Very close to the wall. The old man giving it everything.
Yeah.
To win the bet.
So I'm thinking that Triton has another incident under the bridge in Sector 3, so it's risk going from bad to worse. So I think we should see Terror pit next lap, or the lap after, probably.
Yep. He don't want to put himself under too much pressure from Speedy.
Yeah.
Because if he starts losing a lot of time battling with him, that's not good.
Yeah.
He also needs to focus on the cars behind Speedy and get as many points with him as possible. Vance gets a
Vance
penalty.
picks up a penalty. I don't think Speedy's too interested in battling Terror at the minute because he knows the tire situation. He knows that this is not on the track. I think he's just showing his nose and giving Terror the hurry up. Speedy's a pretty intelligent racer, and he knows that battling is pointless.
Yeah.
So he's content to sit there and just make his presence known, I think. It's gone a bit quiet again at the minute. No yeetage or carnage of any kind, which is kind of sad. I'd like to get some more yeetage. I know Kitsune in the chat would love a bit of yeetage.
Yeah. Especially from Thimo.
Hmm. Well, you know what they say, a yeet today keeps the boredom away. You can define for yourself exactly what yeet means there. Winky face.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, oh, looks like. Oh my God, Speedy!
Oh, Speedy hit the wall.
Speedy!
Oh.
Speedy
And now
pits,
he's
same
been.
time as Terra.
Oh,
Oh
Speedy, what
my
have you
God!
done?
Oh,
And now he's going to need to repair his wing as well.
what is it? That kind
I
of yeetage you was talking about? Yes.
yeah, I think we got the yeetage.
But a slash LP retires.
It suddenly kicked off.
Oh, whoops! I just tapped in on someone's profile there. Oh my God!
Yeah.
We have some tensions here between the two rivals
Milosh spawn coming out of the hairpin
again.
over the bridge. Yeah.
No.
Just a lot of carnage.
Out of nowhere.
It's one of those races where you're watching it and you're kind of like, I'd love to be in it just because of the carnage, just for the laugh of it.
Well, yeah, now Terra just needs to get as many points he can to ahead of Speedy. Yeah.
Yeah, from looking like he was going to be settling for P2, Jensen suddenly has a commanding lead. Speedy has bottled it, and Danny
Danny,
has spun and hit the wall. What is happening? Like I have no idea what's going on.
I think he spun there.
Yeah,
Oh, he maybe. Oh yeah, it's the hairpin. Maybe he just
yeah.
Okay,
I think
now
he
my thing is weird. What? Okay, there you go. Yeah. I think he might missed his braking point, lost control on the braking. It's a very hard corner. So
yeah.
where you easily can go straight into the wall.
I think he touched his loud pedal and the pedal said no. So I just want to check the penalty situations. Jensen has 2 penalties, so that's 6 seconds. Toto
Danny
has no
pits.
penalties. So
Oh, how many penalties does Terra and Speedy have?
I can check that now. I think Terra is 1,
Speedy
but
down the inside of Icewind there.
Speedy has 1 penalty and Terror has 1 penalty as well.
Okay. Who had 2
So
penalties?
Jensen has 2 penalties.
Okay.
So this could potentially be Toto's.
Icewind got
Could
another
win.
penalty.
Toto could potentially win his 2nd race of the 2S season. So Toto, if you're watching this back, drop the racing line. Jensen is growing the gap, and Bance is right there. Actually, I'd be interested to see what the penalty situation is for that. Bance has 1 penalty, so currently your top 3 would finish in that order if things stay as they are.
Yeah.
Terra and Speedy will be on a charger on those fresh mediums.
Looks like Speedy is a bit faster than Terra actually. I think.
It's possible, but there's a couple of seconds of daylight between them.
Yeah,
or Nightlight in this case.
and also maybe Speedy's tires are gonna overheat. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
They can be hard
anything
to
is
keep in
possible
the
at this
optimal
point.
window on the pad. Yeah, Speedy, not Speedy. Terra's catching Nick very fast. Oh, we have a yellow
Yellow
flag.
flag somewhere.
Who can that be? Who can that be?
That's a Ferrari, so
That's
I'm gonna
Triton.
guess that's probably Triton. Yeah, Triton is having a terrible race. And he has wing damage again. What is going on with
I'm
Triton?
just gonna put a picture up here for Triton. I think Mr. Notto is very happy.
Hmm.
That's right. And DNFs as Terror goes down the inside on the hairpin of Nick. Guess.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
moved
well, we
on.
put Binotto up again on the stream there. That's
Yeah,
oh yeah, yep.
I saw.
Binotto very happy, enjoying this. Really enjoying this race.
Mr. Triton, these things may happen. We speak after. Triton in his head is probably saying something along the lines of, "No, no, no, guys, not like this, not like this."
Not like this, not like this.
Oh, Toto picks up a time penalty, so
Oh no.
that he is now equal with Bance on penalties. So this is a straight scrap.
Yep. Looks like it might be Jensen who's gonna get this. Tipsy is
Yeah,
still in a
he's
battle with
stretching his legs
Keyboard
now.
Magnussen. They have been fighting for yeah,
Yeah.
much of the race, really.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, lag there from me. See, Speedy is catching up to Nick now. As Tipsy wants to find a way past his rival in the Renault. Looks like it's gonna be
Yeah, he's
here.
going for it.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be on the outside.
Yeah, he gets moved on. Gets the apex. So
Speedy and Nick.
nice move from Tipsy.
Speedy gets Nick there.
It
He
was a
got
matter of time, really.
yeah, but he got it
Yeah.
really quickly. Didn't
Yeah.
lose a lot of time there. I
Not
think he
hanging around.
just no.
In this debacle with Nick, I think Speedy has gained a second on Terror.
Yeah, I think
So
I
the
might
gap once
also
more, it's
think
about 3 now.
that Nick I think that yeah. I think Speedy spent less time overtaking Nick than Terra.
Yeah. Yeah, Speedy probably a bit more aggressive than Terror.
Yep.
A bit more decisive is probably the better word.
Oh yeah.
His maneuvers. But the gap is now like 2.4. So Speedy's definitely the faster driver. They're equal on penalties, and Terror has the track position and the gap.
Yep. As
But,
Vance and Toto are very close now.
the question is, can they catch Silver? Because it's about 6 seconds to Silver, and then a further 5 to Bance and Toto, who are now really close together. So it's kind of a question of how far up Terror and Speedy can get now. Still really unfortunate with that mistake from Speedy, because it was looking like it was going to be an easy win.
Tipsy down the inside of Clara to get P10. And
Oh, well.
he sneaks into the points. And he's
still 9 seconds behind Thimo. So
9.6, yeah. But he's gonna close now. So can you check out on penalties between those two?
Yeah, I think Tipsy has a few. I didn't see Thimo pick up any, but he may have.
Yeah.
Thimo has no warnings. That is incredible. Like, at Singapore of all places, that's actually pretty impressive. And
it is.
Tipsy has 3 penalties and 2 warnings.
Oh, Tipsy, come on, man.
So the effective gap is 18 seconds, potentially 21 if Tipsy makes another mistake. So I think
Now it spans on
pending any
Toto.
issues.
Goes to the outside. Oh, he gets the move done there. That
Oh,
was nice move from Bans there.
saucy stuff.
I think it's the Rainbow Road messing with Toto's head. You have to turn it off, Toto. It's messing with your head. Don't listen to its evil braking zones.
Toto, Rainbow Road is for Mario Kart. Mario Kart? Mario Kart, not F1.
Mario Craft.
Apparently I've
Kartcraft
forgotten
or
how
what?
to speak. Oh yes, that reminds me, Popo. Everyone buy Cardcraft. It is an epic game. You will love it.
No,
Cardcraft League when? EGL,
no,
please do a
no,
Cardcraft
no,
League. That would
no,
be epic.
no,
Thank you
no,
very much.
no,
I want
no,
Cardcraft.
no, no, no.
There's the yellow flags in Sector
Did I
1,
say
Sector
no
3.
to Kartcraft? I think I did.
Milos has spun on the line somehow
Again?
and managed to avoid picking up damage. So,
That's pretty epic as he's gonna get
hashtag
lapped
talent,
by
I
Jensen.
guess.
Beaters. Who was Speedy
Um,
was drifting there a little. Speedy and Terra have around
You
the
know,
same pace now.
at this rate, Milos isn't far off getting lapped by his teammate Silver, so he's basically doing his fellow countryman Kubitsa's cosplay from the race today in Japan. So I'll explain that one really quick. If you haven't seen it, Russell was within about 10 seconds of lapping Kubica today. Was kind of epic, not gonna lie.
That's where the yellow flag again there.
Yep. So Bance has started to pull away from Toto slightly.
Hey, look at
The
that
gap is now
Thimo
over a
Tipsy
second.
battle. Do you think the old man is gonna try to make Thimo lose a little time? And when I say lose a little time, I mean push him completely into the wall.
Normally I would say Tipsy and Timo are both above that, but with so much on the line,
Exactly.
yeah. You know they say everyone has a price, and
That
you would
might be
wonder
Timo's life.
is that McLaren drive Tipsy's price, or is Timo's life the price? Yeah, as you say.
Oh my god.
We could potentially get some yeetage.
Yeah.
And, Icewind gets
Silver
another
gets
penalty.
another penalty. Oof. No, Silver. But yeah, Toto is reachable for Terra and Speedy.
Yeah,
And
they're
maybe
right there
Bans
with
as well.
Silver now, and it's 6 more laps to go. So they can quite possibly catch Toto if they're really fast. Maybe Bance.
Yeah, wait,
So
did
it's
Bans
gonna
have
be
more than
tricky.
one penalty? I think he had, right? Or do I remember wrong?
I can check now.
As Terra gets overtaken Silver
So
quite quickly.
Bance has 1 penalty, and yeah, that was a quick overtake. Terror has 1 penalty, so it's 1 penalty apiece for Terror and Bance.
And Toto had one penalty.
Toto likewise has 1 penalty, so it's all straight racing between this group.
Yep. I almost think that Terra should be able to catch Toto. He should be.
Yeah.
With that tire
And
advantage.
Chief, just in solidarity with everyone else, decides to pick up 3
Oh
seconds.
wait, yeah, Speedy just went wide there. Very close to the wall.
So we're starting to approach the end of the race, so we should probably start to decide who is our driver of the race. Now,
I have no clue.
there are 2
I
main
would say
candidates in
Jensen.
my head.
Would be mine.
I suppose, yeah. I think there are three main candidates for it. So Jensen obviously is dominating, but the only reason he's dominating is because Terror picked an arguably poor strategy and Speedy bottled it.
But yeah, you
So
can also say
it's
like
not
the gap
really a
he's got to
standout
Vance and Toto.
performance necessarily. Like he's only dominating because of unfortunate circumstance on the
Yeah,
part of Terror and Speedy. So it's not necessarily a standout performance, I would say.
yeah, maybe.
And Terror has had an amazing fight back through the field, but like realistically, if he had just done the right strategy, he would be leading this because he definitely has the pace. So I think he bottled his own race with the strategy. So that leaves the final candidate.
Mr.
Actually, there are
Milosh?
two more. Oh yes. Um, so Thimo, who has no penalties,
Yellow flag.
and Hugo,
That's
who
Clara,
started
I
last
think.
and is in
Clara
P8.
is facing the wrong way with big damage.
Actually, yeah,
Wait, who
I
were the other
think
candidates, you say? Oh yeah,
so.
Tipsy
Hugo
maybe
and
also
Thimo.
from last. Hugo and Timo.
I think he's made far too many mistakes to take it
Oh,
today.
okay,
He has a
yeah.
lot of penalties. So Timo has now picked up 2 warnings. Hugo has 1 warning,
Yeah,
and he started
Speedy
from
is,
last.
but he's he's caught up to
Um,
Speedy. And Terra is within the second of Toto.
yeah, so as I'm thinking through this driver of the day stuff, I would have to put my vote for Hugo
Okay.
because he's up 12 positions on starting and he hasn't picked up a single penalty.
Oh yes.
So I think that deserves shout out at the very
Yeah.
least. Shout out to
Speedy
Timo, the other driver who has
passed.
no penalties at the minute. Speedy passes Silver there. Very simple move in the end.
But
And now
yeah, I
Terror is right on the
really,
back
really
of him.
don't know who I should give the driver of the day to.
Oh, Icewind has now passed Timo. So Timo outside the points for the time being, but Tipsy and Icewind have a number of
Oh wait, Tipsy
penalties.
said of
So
Timo. Oh wait, yeah, we didn't even get that move. But okay.
yeah, there are the penalties. So it might be on track, but it's not the final result necessarily.
I
Icewind
think
passing
I think Tipsy and
Tipsy.
Kisun will disagree with that. It was about the track position, not the penalties. Remember that, Kitsune? Um, to say that. It was the
There might
track
be an
position.
argument of that sort. We shall leave Tipsy and Timo to argue the semantics of this particular wager. The finer details.
Let's see.
Yeah, so Terra's right there with Toto now. I don't think Terra's gonna get banned, but I think he has a good shout at getting Toto.
I think we're gonna see a move here. Terra got the inside, should be an easy move here. Up
Yeah,
to P3 now.
Toto didn't really
1.8.
fight it that hard.
1.8. Two bans. It's Hugo's here. Let's see if maybe Toto can defend from Speedy to the end.
I think Toto has enough time.
Yeah.
The gap is about 3 seconds.
Wait,
So
wait, look at Terra, 1.5 to bans. I think
yeah,
he could actually maybe make a move on the very last lap on him.
it's gonna be close, but I think it's gonna be too little, too late.
Yeah. So he needs
He'll
to give
definitely get
everything.
within a second, I think, but it's just not gonna be enough. I don't think there's enough time. Or actually, what am I saying? There are
Yeah.
2 laps left,
2 laps.
so he could actually do it.
Yep.
He should be
1
right on the
second
back
now.
of Vance
So yeah,
by the end
on
of
this
this
lap
lap.
he's gonna have to try to get right up on his rear and save ERS in the last sector, and just
Yeah,
give it everything on the last lap on the
yeah,
first straight.
yeah. You can see there he has the DRS, so he's there. Uh, yeah, he has so much more pace than Vance at this stage of the race.
Yeah, it's
It's
6
really
tenths
impressive.
already.
He
That
could
would be
potentially have
so
looked down
important for him.
after the hairpin at the bridge. Yeah, he's in striking distance now, so we could see a move.
But yeah,
Vance really squirrely there,
I
tire wear
think
coming into
yeah,
it.
as things stand now, he will close 5 points to Speedy, but if he gets banned, he will close 8 points.
Yeah, something like that. It's not going to be easy for Terra to pass Vance because Vance is a very tough defender. He's firm but fair, and he's one of the tougher defensive drivers. So don't underestimate the difficulty of this overtake.
Silva leaves
Silver
the
has
session.
disconnected. Oh,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
uh,
Hugo's he is
he
past
should
Nick now.
come home ahead of Hugo still. His ghost car. It's
Yeah.
1 lap to go.
But now, Terra in overtake mode, I bet his engine is enriched. Let's see if it's gonna be enough to get past.
Yeah,
Bans
Vance
here,
covers the
he goes
inside.
to the outside. Very late on the brakes from Terra there.
Runs
And
it right round the
Bans
inside.
pushes
Vance
him a
pushes
bit
him
off
off
there.
a
He
bit.
got the inside now, Terra. Oh! Tough racing there from them, but I think it was fair. Both of
That
them
was
racing on the
Code
limits.
Brown.
Code Brown. In Terra's pants. In Bands' pants there as well. Yeah. Terra gets second place on the last lap. That's actually a pretty good result considering the strategy. Oh,
Yeah.
Toto right behind the bands now, but no real overtaking opportunity. Last corners as Jensen in the last corner crosses the line to take his first win in his second race into SRL.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in the end, driving smart and driving hard in equal measure.
Yep.
Terra and Speedy really should have been there, but poor strategy and mistakes on their part meant that they weren't.
I think Hugo's might have jumped on Silva on penalties. I think he is. Yeah, he's gonna get P6. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hugo's
he
in
does in the
P6.
end.
Silva have a lot of penalties. Nick might jump him as well, but he doesn't.
Not quite.
Only 1.3
So
seconds.
Hugo from
Yeah,
20th on the grid gets 6th and
might
no
be driver of the
penalties.
day then from me to him.
Yeah,
I would say.
I think so.
Silva of course had disconnected, but I don't think that did 11 seconds.
Yeah, in the end, Hugo only had 1 warning.
Let's see
Around
here.
31 laps of
Thimo.
Singapore.
I 4.6 ahead of Tipsy, so Tipsy will be retiring from the McLaren
Unlucky,
seat,
I suppose.
and we have
These things
the
may
two
happen.
Renaults driving in Renault positions. Yeah.
So that was an exciting one.
Yeah,
It's quite an intense race.
but I think that contact between Terra and Speedy turned everything around upside down.
Yeah,
Also in
it was
terms
gonna.
of the championship.
Yeah, I was pretty certain it was gonna be
I don't
win for Speedy.
I don't think it was intentionally, but I don't think Terra regrets it.
I don't know.
Okay, let's not talk more about that. um, Migrating host. Oh man. But yeah, Jensen gets a win. I think it was Mr. Milos who destroyed the fastest lap there. I don't know how he did that lap also so early and on the mediums. I think he did his lap on. Um, let me check actually.
So, who are we going to get in for interviews? I think we should definitely get Mr. Jensen
Mr.
anyway.
Jensen. We good.
And I think we should definitely get Tipsy and Timo.
Thimo and yeah.
We shall try and get some boys now. Don't think Jensen is around, so I will try and get Timo and
Let's see if we can get Tipsy and yeah Thimo to discuss in here. That'd be cool. Uh, Timo saying to Tipsy, "You said beating me was easy." Bruh. And Tipsy saying a Ferrari killed him in turn one, and then he recovered and caught Timo, and
yeah, I am
he
gonna
passed him.
drag Mr. Timo in. Hello, Timo.
Hello.
Um, shall we try and get Tipsy?
Yeah, we should definitely.
Yeah, we should get Tipsy.
Yeah, we're trying to. Uh,
Let's see with what
Tipsy,
excuse
you
this
fat.
little cat or a female body part is going to get away from this.
Oh.
Um.
Oh.
And I think with this, no, I'm not.
I
I'm
think we
not. I'm
should
not.
get Kitsune in here as well.
She probably drives better than him.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not beat. I don't think I'm
oof,
overtaking him in the
oof,
standings
oof,
with
oof,
that,
oof, oof,
but
oof.
I'm getting closer.
Yeah, Tipsy is
Yeah,
gonna
it's
join in 2 seconds.
it's 2 points between
Oh,
us after
what?
this.
You've. Okay.
Hmm?
uh,
So,
so now, Pixel, we can just lean back and
yeah, wait
Have
for
the best
Tipsy.
have the
wait for
best interview of all times. You should probably move
yeah,
Jensen in or something in the meantime.
Yeah,
Or
that's not a bad idea.
should I ask him if he wants to?
and Tipsy gonna join. What the hell?
He wants to do an interview. You can move him.
Okay,
Oh, well,
epic.
yes.
Epic.
Hello, Mr. Jensen.
Jensen,
Hello, hello.
big congrats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. Didn't expected it. It was also a bit of a, a gift of Terror and Speedy, I guess, because
yeah,
of the
I think
incident
so.
between them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't have the pace. I think Speedy was at least Speedy was quicker than me, and I think I also had slight wing damage from lap one,
Oh.
yeah,
but only slight. But yeah,
yeah,
sloppy race, but I could control it after Terra and Speedy needed to pit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, so,
But yeah,
I mean, you could argue that it kind of fell into your lap, but at the same time, half the battle is being there to pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. I was at least closing the gap rapidly when Terror was holding Speedy up, so I could immediately profit from it. But it was a little bit of a gift, this one, but still a win is a win, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I think definitely E3 had the pace of the field, and it's just unfortunate that Mr. High IQ Terra Incognita went with a very low IQ strategy.
Yeah, to be honest, I
With
would,
the same
yeah.
amount of brain cells apparently, and as Speedy decided to keep him company, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I had a pretty good view of what happened between them in out of the last game. But yeah, to be honest, of course, I would have rather fought it out on track than win it this way. But
Yeah,
it's Singapore. It's still a nice Grand Prix to win.
yeah. I mean, finishing Singapore is an achievement in itself, especially for you boys who, as you know, don't run assists. So it's quite an achievement
Yeah,
in
thanks.
itself. But then to win by what 15 seconds over everyone else is really impressive.
Yeah, it's I don't know the first stint on the mediums. Of course, I was also a little bit stuck behind Benz and Toto.
Mm.
But I was also sliding a lot. Yeah, sliding a lot, and didn't have proper pace. And when I went to the hards and the car became a little bit lighter, I don't know. The car felt much better, and then I finally found some pace.
Yeah, I suspect that might be the tire temperatures messing around on this track, really.
Yeah, also a
Because,
little bit of that, of course,
yeah.
but I managed it quite well, to be honest, with the mediums. They never got above 102 degrees, but
Oh,
I,
okay.
I also think it's a little bit of the setup that I used. I also used in the EGL tournament, so it's a lot. Yeah, I think it's really similar to actual time trial setup. So yeah, with heavy fuel, it doesn't behave that nicely as with low fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we'll move on to the
Yeah.
interview people actually want to
I
hear.
think we should start asking Tipsy, tell us and everyone on the stream, and of course Timo, why he should keep the McLaren seat.
Well, can I just start by saying thank you very much for giving me the driver of the day?
What?
No, we didn't.
What?
No?
Excuse me.
Not
Wait,
again.
whoa, whoa. I got taken out, as you can see in Discord, right?
You also picked up 9 seconds of penalties.
9?
Wait,
You know, Tipsy, you can
wait,
argue. Tipsy, you
6.
can argue that you can argue that I didn't win on track, but I've got to say, if there was a possibility to win a race off track, you would have won that, because that's what you did apparently.
6 of those points were not my fault. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
that's so sad.
I've been practicing. This is why. This is okay. Listen, this is why I don't give a crap about practicing in Formula One. Right?
9 seconds. Did you skip
Just
turn 1 and 2?
Mr. Gentle, Mr. Gentle, just give me some space here,
Actually, you
right?
got killed by a Ferrari.
I got up this morning at 6 a.m. to watch the Suzuka race, which was
Oh no
boring.
no 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 no
Oh,
no no
poor
no!
Wait,
you.
I got up
Timo did
like
as well.
4 a.m.
Yeah, I got up at
boring.
15.
But listen, right? As soon as the Formula One was over, I hooked up my wheel and I started practicing, and I was doing very good, and I did really good in the practice as well with Tara and Speedy. And I thought,
Cool.
right, game on, I'm back to my old self. I've got the pace. But whenever qualifying comes about, I'm really shit. I'm really shit. I can't get a qualifying lap together. So that's why I have to try and do all my work in the race, right? Now,
Well, then you should
Maybe
just get good.
yeah, or
Yeah.
maybe the guys you
So-
are practicing with
You have
were
to say
sandbagging.
neutral pixel saying that is my job.
I had the same, to be honest.
well, I managed to get a reasonably, well, I wouldn't even say reasonably, but I got a time in anyway, and I dropped down to 11th, which I thought was fine. That'll give me a better strategy. Started on the hards. I knew I was fast in the mediums from the practice. I was a bit rubbish on the hards, but I was, consistent enough. I knew I could keep up. Turn 1, game over. My whole race over. I was last by quite a margin. I had to fight. Listen, I had to fight back then, right? I had to fight back, catch up the back of the field, and then start passing people, right? Passing people, passing this guy, passing that guy, doing my best to as clean as possible, and it was clean. Managed to get myself in a nice window, pitted, got past Thimo as I said I would, and I not only he was
Dude, I
7.
let you
He was.
past.
You were 9 seconds ahead of me. I caught you, and then I
Actually,
extended.
like
You weren't
15
fresh.
seconds ahead.
Wait, and then I
It
extended.
was 9,
then-
but you had fresh mediums. I had apple
Oh.
hards. I don't think that's so.
I was
I would say,
Mr.
yeah,
Thimo,
Tipsy was stuck
you're
in
gonna
a
make
lot
me
of
shout.
battles.
Mr. Thimo, you're going to make sure I was killed at the start of the race. That gives you a significant
I'm sorry, you
margin.
killed yourself. You drove.
I
into
didn't kill myself. You can see. I
I've got
killed,
it. I've got it on my POV.
right.
He had nowhere to go.
So I had not only did I have to recover from that, catch up with all these boys, and I had to pass some people who are not easy to pass. I was also fighting Tara and Nick and all and Danny, right? Doing my best. Got myself into a window, got myself pitted, and then I caught you, and I got back into P. Well, I actually finished better than what I started, but because of my I would say penalties that were not exactly my fault, I ended up dropping below you. I ended up dropping below you, Thimo, because you're really slow, which means you don't need to cut corners.
Oh,
Exactly.
The
No,
fact is,
no. I was just being slow and methodical.
overall, I did a better job today than you did.
Well,
considering
so
my
the point is-
circumstances, and so for that, I should get driver of the day.
I'm sorry, Tim,
the
but the facts
circumstances.
don't care about your feelings.
The circumstances here are the one is better than crashing out, and recovering is not crashing out. So I think I did a better job. I'm sorry. I mean, I was just driving. I wasn't very quick, but it was enough for you, so I'm happy. I don't see your point. I mean, you said it clear as day yesterday. You don't need to retire. It's fine. Like, I can live with you sticking around because you're not like you're not a menace to my championship position anymore. So I'm fine with you keeping a seat. But
Mr. Beamer, listen, you can talk all this bollocks as much as you want, right? But you must know deep down that you got schooled today by Mr. Bob.
by the
Not only did I qualified fast, and it was a rubbish time.
you
Listen,
shouldn't have skipped the schooling about track limits.
it was a rubbish time by me anyway, and I still beat you. Then I got killed. Then I had to resuscitate myself, get myself back up, get into a window, and still pass you, and then extend it by 3 seconds. You got schooled, son. It was only because there was a few moments when I decided that the track was a little bit tighter than what it really was. Other than that, I beat you on track. That means my seat is safe. Mr. Hugo is going to have to stay in the Red Bull.
That's the worst excuse I've ever heard. Yeah, okay.
What do you mean the worst excuse?
Well, so the point is, in racing there's always circumstances. That's why it was bold when you said that yesterday. I didn't question that you were going to be quicker than me.
All right, Mr.
But
Beamer.
I kept it out of trouble. You didn't. So,
The reason you kept out of trouble is because you're slow, and then you can't catch anyone to overtake them, and anybody who's behind you passes you really easily, just like I did. That's why you got no penalties. But whenever you're on the limit, when you're like pushing on the edge of your seat, these things happen. And I'll tell you what.
I mean,
How about a
probably get a
1v1 in Singapore? You and me. Let's get it on. Let's get an event.
Why? Okay, wait. Why should the objective assessment of our skill be a 1v1 at the game where you're better, in the track you're best, on the track I'm worst at, when we could just do it in Assetto Corsa? That's way fairer.
How is that fair? Because I never play Assetto Corsa.
Well, you could though.
Yes, I could.
I didn't practice for Singapore in 2 hours, so you know.
Yeah, well, I didn't practice for Watkins Glen. I don't even know the track.
Well, you should have.
Well, you should have practiced Singapore.
But I beat you, so it was enough.
Yes, because you know you're going to beat me because you live on that game because you have no life.
I said I beat you in Singapore.
No, you didn't, because I caught you. Listen, I caught you. I caught you. I shut down your 9-second gap, and then I passed you on track, and then I extended it by 3 seconds.
And
that to me is you getting your ass whooped.
Why didn't Vettel get 25 points for Canada then?
We're not talking about Vettel, right? That's different people, different circumstances, right? Today was Singapore. I got wrecked, and I still beat you. on track.
True, Vettel's penalties were controversial. That's
But the end results don't lie.
Thank you.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What? Like the fact is that I got killed, caught him, and still overtook him. That fact.
The fact is,
that you technically got classified behind Thimo in the final race standing.
yeah, that's
So,
what
Well,
counts.
well, look,
I guess you're bad.
we all know that the FIA are very inconsistent. Look what happened between, whenever Max hit Leclerc in Austria, nothing happened. But then Leclerc gets like what penalties or something for today.
Because
Inconsistent.
Ferrari International Assistance. Is that what you're saying?
Leclerc's an asshole. End of-
Well, look, P1 charge, right? Listen, I beat you, Beamer. Well, regardless of what
No,
the
you
screen
didn't.
might say, I
Come
beat
again.
you. No.
You didn't.
Right. Okay, Beamer. Did I qualify ahead of you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
by
no,
your
no, but no
going-
buts, no buts,
going by your
no
logic,
buts.
going by your I didn't say but, I said
Oh my
going by your
God.
logic, okay?
Right.
Going
So
by your logic,
did I?
I'm a very bad qualifier. I
What
come
is
over.
happening here?
Right.
This
So
Tipsy
discussion
is-
about
Tipsy
20
Tipsy
minutes.
is being a fuck.
oh, Beamer, watch your language.
Yeah, we're streaming. Kids are
I'm
watching.
sorry.
Enough means enough. Enough means enough.
I qualified.
This is good.
20th.
The first to comment C is me.
Vance, Mr.
Yes.
Vance. I qualified ahead of Beamer, right?
Yeah,
Turn
but
one,
technically
I got wrecked by a Ferrari.
I think
I
the McLaren
classify
first
that
drivers
as-
should
I
make the
managed to catch
decision
Mr.
about who
Beamer.
should be his future
Mr. Vance.
teammate.
Mr. Vance. I then managed. I was dead last by quite a margin. I caught up with that group. I overtook pretty much half the field. Right. I got my pits. I got my pits done, and then I was. Thimo was like 9 seconds ahead. I caught him, and then
He was
I
actually
passed
15
him.
seconds ahead.
Yeah.
Well, how come you finished behind him then?
Well, listen. Let me finish. Right. I caught him.
Thank you,
I overtook him. I extended the frickin' what do you call it?
Track limits?
Not the track limits. I extended the gap, and by some reason, I got whatever.
Quality.
Well, I mean, maybe I need new glasses, but right here it says 2-year-old Timo P9 and Tipsy P11. I don't know if maybe that's wrong.
So okay, wait.
But in my eyes, it looks like he has in fact finished ahead of you.
My story of the races, I qualified in P11, which is P13, which is okay because it's a bad track for me. Then I saw turn 1. Then I did not crash into Triton. Then I said, LMAO, Tipsy's career is over. And then I drove a slow controlled race. And when I checked your penalties, it was like, well, I'm just gonna not get penalties. And then that was it. I don't see the controversy here. You just don't stand to your word. I'm afraid that's the problem here.
Yeah, I think you, Bans, you should make the decision right here, right now.
About what?
Who should be your teammate for the next race?
What did you say?
You guys are tipsy. Well, that's a bit of a.
I'm sorry, but that's not a question.
it's more about who do you the fight between Tipsy and myself and deserves driver of the day. Just kidding.
I mean, Tipsy, what did you do there in the first corner?
He
What
crashed
happened
into
there?
Triton.
I didn't
I
crash
forgot-
into Triton. Look, I know what you're doing, right? You're trying to troll. I didn't crash into Triton. Mr. Triton crashed into me.
That
Well,
was. I mean,
I
there
don't have any
was
hot- I
loads
don't-
of space on your inside.
I don't have any hard feelings, Mr. Triton, because there's a sexual tension between us as well as there is Mr. Vance. What facts don't lie, as you guys said.
But I think it was a good job from the old man to climb up the field like that with
Oh, he
his
did well.
bad
Mr. Tipsy,
legs and bad
Mr.
back.
Tipsy, you could have avoided all that trouble if you had just actually put in a lap.
Oh,
You what, sorry?
You could have just put in a lap and you could have avoided all that.
It
that
could
is
be like
why-
that.
You always seem to get yourself involved in lap 1 chaos. So, if you
How did I
qualified
get
further
myself
in front,
involved? I got a good launch off the line, little gap on the left, went down there, I got hit. How's that my fault?
I mean, Tara likes to say that against me in iRacing every time. Just qualify better.
Exactly.
I was fighting quite a few people today. I had some real tight battling with what do you call him, Danny and Nick. Nick wouldn't fight him too much. I was fighting Danny. I was fighting a lot of people. I was fighting Mr. Keyboard Magnet as well. It was good fun racing, right? So I didn't have any incidents with anyone. It was just turn 1. I got wrecked.
You wrecked yourself.
I got wrecked. myself.
Also, I want to add one thing. The premise of this was that you said that beating me is the easiest thing ever. The question is, why did you feel the need to backpedal out of it right before the race started? I think that was pretty pathetic.
Well, because I didn't factor into my bet. I didn't factor in how poor I am at qualifying, and I also didn't factor in the fact that it could rain. And
Well, you
rubbish
should
in
have
rain.
done that then. I mean, then it's
But-
apparently not too easy to
But
beat me.
my point was proven today how easy it is to beat you, because not only did I qualify ahead of you and then ended up behind you by miles, I still beat you on track.
Yeah, and I
then
beat you
finished
on the
behind him.
standings. I think
For
we're
now,
repeating.
Mr.
I mean,
For
I
now.
think you know, I don't want that you're going to commit toast a bath. So you know, I'll stop to say anything against it. Even though, I mean, deep down, you're very depressed and very sad, and it's okay. Just like tell yourself that you won. If you feel better, I don't want you to be in a depression, man. It's all good. Just come back in Russia and have a good race there. I'm sure you can do it. Just stay on track, maybe.
I mean, I'm really not disappointed. Like, I don't really care, you know.
I would be very disappointed.
Thanks, Tom. I mean,
Imagine
that's half
being-
an insight, but on the other hand, it's also helping my case.
Oh, Pixel, that's fucking epic.
Can you put that on stream?
Oh,
his
I
career
will. Oh,
over?
I will. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
We are men of culture here in 2SRL.
I think I'm
We should
cutting
probably
my.
not have the broadcast running, by the way, when we're doing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Fantastic.
Oh, that's epic. In all this fuss, we did not congratulate
Oh, that's epic.
Mr. Bene Bon for his podium,
For what? Oh,
and
Oh, what did
yeah.
we also
What
did
did I do?
informally
And we didn't
announce
get the
that.
Speedy Terror interview.
Yeah, we also
Oh,
did announce
God.
that the driver of the day was Hugo. So,
Yeah.
What did
GG's.
he
And not you, Tipsy. I'm sorry.
Hugo finished 7th from 20th, and he had no penalties.
Oh,
He
that's all right.
had one warning the whole race, which is pretty chad.
That is some gaming right there.
And to be honest,
Yeah, I was on 0, then I got 2 because I thought it was a bit unexciting, so I wanted to give myself a challenge. Clearly, wasn't that I was about 2 laps in a row.
Also,
Oh,
not
it's
making
never
it
that.
too easy.
Never.
It's never that. I'm looking forward to clapping Tipsy in Russia, though. It's gonna be fun. Look
Oh,
forward to
Russia.
it.
I like Russia.
Yeah, I don't at all.
You like
I hate it.
Singapore as well? Hmm?
I absolutely hate Singapore. It's probably one of the
Your
tracks
West track, Timo?
I don't. After today, I don't think so. There's probably like Mexico, Kota,
Mexico.
Abu Dhabi.
Anyway, we should probably have the Speedy Terrors come in and give, the talkie talks.
I suppose.
I mean, I don't have to. It's like
You struck me in.
yeah.
Unlucky Terror was not a question.
So that
Well,
was
I
quite
mean,
exciting.
Timo's just told everyone that that Russia is a better track than Singapore. So like that kind of undermines pretty much everything else he said.
So basically, Timo's opinions were irrelevant then.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I suppose it do be like that.
Are you still streaming?
Yes,
Jesus.
Yes.
this is interview.
No, but this is all quality content. So
I see.
it's
I'm looking at the
extended
KFC
cut.
website right now, so that's my quality content.
Oh, epic.
Yes, Chad Colin, thank you.
So do you want to discuss the incident?
Oh, the one with the game fucked me.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Not a whole lot to discuss, honestly. Like I got out of shape, gathered it up.
Yeah,
And
he says
I
he's
think it's
pitting.
Pride
I'm waiting
TV.
behind him. He's losing it. I get
Yeah.
slightly behind him, and the game just sort of spazzes my car out into the wall.
Yeah, I think his left front made contact with my right rear wheel, which meant that
That's lucky.
the game, and yeah, very unlucky because normally you just get away with that and it's no problem. But yeah, the game decided that was meaningful contact, and it spat him into the wall on the right, which is really, really unlucky.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's, I mean, it's obviously good for me in the championship, but I definitely didn't want to close the gap like that.
Ripped my
It's
P1.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
I'm still
unfortunate.
winless
I
at
think you were.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Did you guys
That
enjoy
should
my
have been yours.
strategy, by the way?
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you,
I lost
was
brain
that
cells
was that
watching
two
it.
stops for 2 brain cells? Yes.
I mean, I had
No
so much
offense.
fun. There were like 20 on-track overtakes. It was
I
great.
mean, yeah, you definitely took the scenic
Oh,
route to the podium.
Jensen sort of uploaded his POV.
Yeah.
Let's watch it. If it would load.
Already uploaded his PV. Wow. I'm uploading mine at the moment, but it's got like another hour.
No, I
Oh,
mean
I
his
guess it
POV
could
for
be
the
like
incident,
that.
not his race.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, of the incident. Yeah, okay, let's have a look.
Oh my god. It's
Oh
like I do a
my
fucking-
god, you really got launched there, Speedy. I didn't
Oh wow,
like that.
but
Yeah,
yeah, that's
did
really
it.
unfortunate.
That's such bad luck, my goodness.
I mean, in fairness to you, Speedy, the recovery drive was really good. So it should have been the win. It's really unfortunate.
I definitely could have kept Jensen behind me if I didn't. I was catching Terror, and then the whole traffic and the tyres going for the end. I struggled to get past Silver, and then I was catching up back at Toto, but Terror's already somehow made his way through, punted, bounced off the road, and got second. So I'm just all there like sad emoji.
These things may happen.
Yeah, did you guys catch the Vance incident? I was fighting for control because there was I guess like similar sort of contact between me and Vance as there was between me and Speedy. It must have been like wheel or something, because like I was fighting for control, and that was why I almost hit the wall. And so did
Yeah,
Vance.
that was.
So yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I think we termed it aggressive.
Yeah, I mean we were both. I mean obviously last lap we're
Yeah.
both going to be aggressive.
Yeah, naturally.
I think I got shoved out a little bit wide in the left-hander, which is fair enough. But then I left a car width on the outside, and yeah, it's just a little bit of contact, but rubbing, being racing, and all that.
Yeah, all's well that ended well.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah. Neither of us crashed, so that was good.
And thanks for taking the L on the win to provide a great show.
Well, I couldn't have won the race. I mean, there's no way I could have won the race. Like I didn't have the pace on the hard tires. Like I think the hard tires really suit a driving style that is not mine.
They suit me because I don't overheat.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't get them up to temperature. They're like way, way, way too slow for me. I like have to, I have to be super, super aggressive and drive way out of my comfort zone to even like get them in the temperature window. So they're just very slow for me, which is why I was most of the race on the mediums today, because they suit me much better.
Yeah, well, it was enjoyable to watch. Have we any closing thoughts, Mr. Popo?
I don't know, man.
Can I
it's
get
raining now
can
outside,
I get some
Jesus.
energy from the chat for next few races, please? Because I'm out of luck apparently. I need all the energies. I need the energy spam, please.
I suppose it do be
don't
like
have
that.
many viewers.
Kitsun's probably there giving me energy. That'll do.
No,
I think
it's
we
not
should
even
end
Twitch.
it
It's
now,
YouTube
maybe.
emotes. I don't know what a YouTube emote is for that.
Yeah.
If it were Twitch, I could have.
Well, no, Twitch is just
could have provided some.
It wasn't even a emote. It was the stupid blobby hand. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah. I know
So
what you mean.
yeah, thanks for doing the interview, and please keep up the battle for the upcoming races.
Will do. It'll be fun.
Remember to come watch the next week's race, and remember to like and subscribe on the EGL channel.